So we have a wave of movement about to happen in the stock market simply because we have a new rollout of earnings coming up. Now, of course, the most anticipated earnings for me is going to be Tesla stock, but I'm going to be paying attention to a few other earnings, specifically in the financial sector of things. I'm going to be paying attention to some of the bank stocks because I believe that their earnings kind of provide a little bit of a pulse of what's happening in the overall economy. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for that. But of course, the main thing for me is going to be Tesla. Now, I do want to point something out. So on my community tab on YouTube, I made a poll just asking whether or not, you guys believe that, Tesla is going to rise up as we get closer to the earnings date. And it looks like 66% of you guys voted most likely. So definitely very interesting to take note of. Now, the last time that Tesla had, earnings and they beat it was in January 25th. And the performance of Tesla stock was pretty much Super Saiyan from that point on. So definitely going to be interesting. I'm not sure if you guys are just like extrapolating the performance of Tesla stock from back then and just kind of saying, well, if that happened back then, that's going to happen now. Of course, we have to wait and see what the numbers are going to be looking like. But I do want to point something out that is pretty interesting. And no, it's not all the crazy links that are in the description of this video. It's not the fact that you could get up to $30,000 in free stocks when you sign up for Weibo using that link. No, I want to highlight something that Cathie Wood recently tweeted. Cathie said, Tesla Cybertruck is a sleeper that could destroy the pricing structure of light-duty trucks, the lifeblood of most traditional auto companies in the US. So why did Cathie Wood say this? Well, there's been a copious amount of research that indicates that, a lot of these auto legacy companies, most of their profits come from light-duty trucks, right? So Ford, GM, etc. All these internal combustion engine producing companies, most of their profits come from trucks. Now, what's interesting that Tesla has done is they really built up a large amount of profit margins just from sedans, something that we don't typically see in auto legacy auto companies. So what Cathie Wood is saying here is that, potentially the Cybertruck could really just ramp up, the profit margins for Tesla, especially because when you look at the Cybertruck, they're not looking into doing paint jobs, right? Making different colors. It's just that one color. And so that could severely just, bring the profit margins for Tesla greater. Now, on the opposite side of things, right? Because I like to look at things from two sides, right? I can't pick a side until I look at things from two sides. I think everyone should, right? Now, the opposing side is, well, the Tesla Cybertrucks are really just a cult vehicle. It's not really a vehicle that people are gonna buy when they're looking to buy, trucks, right? Light duty trucks. So that's gonna be very interesting. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below. Is the Cybertruck like a cult vehicle for Elon Musk followers, or is this actually a car that's gonna probably have a lot of utility and a lot of demand? We're not sure. We're gonna have to find out. But I also want to talk about something else now. So when looking at Tesla from a technical standpoint, one of the things I mentioned at copious different times on this channel is that we're approaching this area where there's a lot of volume by price. Now, this is going to be the third time where we actually attempt to reach this level, right? So what does this mean? Well, if we don't break above this area where there's a lot of volume by price, we could see a huge rejection downwards, which is not good. We don't want to see that. However, if we actually have a good earnings that Tesla can beat, we can finally have that catalyst event that could, just push Tesla stock upwards and finally break that area where there's a lot of volume by price and then lead us to an area where now we could start trending upwards. Of course, there's a lot more catalyst events throughout the year that I labeled in previous videos, such as, the Cybertruck coming out later on in the summer, which Elon Musk has mentioned, and of course the Tesla stock buybacks, which is something Elon Musk mentioned last year, right? So of course, we still have a couple of other catalyst events that could, catapult us upwards. However, this earnings is going to be the major one that I'm going to be watching up to for right now, because of course, if it's not good, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for Tesla stock.
And that wouldn't be good for anybody.
Now, for me personally, long term, I'm bullish on Tesla, as it's very clear that they are going to be a big player for the EV space as we go forward into the future. I believe that Tesla is going to have a lot more upside going into 2030, and that's why I have exposure to Tesla in my long-term portfolio. However, in the short term, I haven't been really trading Tesla, and I think in the next couple of days, this is really going to be a strong indicator for where the trend is going to be for Tesla in the short term. So I may enter and get some call options or buy some shares in my trading account in the short term. And for those of you guys that are new to the channel, I just want to explain how can I be kind of neutral or bearish on Tesla in the short term and, you know, bullish on the long term. Well, I have a trading account and I have a long-term investing account. My long-term investing account, I don't touch it because trading and investing are two separate vehicles. So in my trading account, we'll see. Maybe I may, you know, make some trades with Tesla, but for, you know, something that is very certain is that in my long-term investing account, I will be adding more shares. But with that being said, guys, let me know what your thoughts are for Tesla in the long term. I try to make this video very short, sweet, and concise. And with that being said, make sure to also watch this next video right over here. I'll see you guys on that next video. Take care, guys.